Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about revenue analysis. So simple thing is what we have studied. First we studied about production function, right? Then we studied about cost function. And now we are going to study about revenue. देखिए पहले हमने देखा सोचा कि चलो हम अपना एक फर्म ओपन करना है जहाँ पे वी विल बी प्रोड्यूसिंग शर्ट्स, राइट? फिर हमने सोचा कि ये शर्ट्स प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए हमको कौन सी कमोडिटीज़ लगेगी, कौन से इनपुट्स लगेंगे. एवरीवन नोज कुछ इनपुट जब आप फॉर्म में डालोगे तभी आपको आउटपुट मिलेगा. बिना इनपुट का कोई भी आउटपुट नहीं मिल सकता, राइट? सो टू फाइंड आउट किस तरह से हमारा प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन वर्क होना चाहिए, वी स्टडीड अबाउट शॉर्ट रन and long run production function, right? Now then after that, after studying about production, we study about cost function कि how will cost behave, that is ये inputs को कितना पैसा लगेगा. yes, ये सारे inputs hire करने के लिए या buy करने के लिए कितना पैसा हमको लगने वाला है, right? that we study. फिर ये inputs जिसको जो cost लगने वाला है, we call that cost as cost of production. हमने कुछ कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन से इनपुट किया अपने फर्म में और अल्टीमेटली हमको कुछ आउटपुट मिला, राइट? ये आउटपुट का कुछ प्राइस हमने डिटरमाइन किया. जितना कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन है उतना प्राइस हमने डिटरमाइन किया हमारे आउटपुट का, राइट? दिस वाज अबाउट कॉस्ट. ये कॉस्ट भी हमने शॉर्ट रन में पढ़ाई किया एज वेल एज लॉन्ग रन में पढ़ाई किया. नाउ बाय नाउ एवरीवन शुड नो शॉर्ट रन एंड लॉन्ग रन का डिफरेंस. शॉर्ट रन इज सिंपल व्हेन दो फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन है, we have assumed the rest of the factors of production are constant. हम सिर्फ दो factors of production के बारे में पढ़ाई करते हैं, one is labor and the other one is capital, right? So in short run इन दोनों factor में से एक factor is fixed and the other factor is variable, right? This happens in short run. What happens in long run? In long run both the factors of production are variable, that is both the factors of production are changing. When factors of production increase, output also increases. When factors of production are decreasing, आपने factors of production reduce कर दिए, कम कर दिए, तो output भी हमारा उसी तरह से react करेगा. तो ये react करने का उसका अलग अलग scale है, कभी decreasing react होगा, कभी constant react होगा, तो कभी diminishing increasing react होगा, right? That all we have studied in scale of production. So now we are going to study about revenue. Revenue क्या होता है? Now we are going to study about revenue. What is the basic meaning of revenue? Total amount of money value received by a firm or an industry by selling a good and service is known as revenue. Right? जब भी कभी आप अपनी commodity, अपना output market में sell करते हो, वो sell करने के बाद आपको when you sell, obviously you're going to get some money in return. ये सारा money को हम मिलजुल के कहेंगे this is this particular firm's revenue. We were making shirts and selling it in the market. तो हमारा आउटपुट दैट इज शर्ट, जब ये आउटपुट हम मार्केट में सेल करेंगे, हमको सेल करना, हम ऐसी डोनेशन नहीं कर रहे, राइट? वी आर सेलिंग दीज शर्ट्स. सो व्हेन यू सेल दीज शर्ट्स इन रिटर्न यू गेट सम और अदर थिंग, दैट इज मनी, राइट? यू गेट मनी इन रिटर्न. सो दिस मनी विल बी टर्म्ड एज योर फर्म्स रेवेन्यू, राइट? So other thing here in this particular definition, you will see they have said firm or an industry. So what is the difference? We have already studied about this little. Let's study about this little more. So firm, when we say firm, let's assume we are producing shirts. So we are shirt producing firm, right? So in the market there will be hundreds of more firms which are producing shirts. जैसे हमारी we are producing shirts, हमारी कंपनी का नाम है ABC firm, right? This ABC firm is producing shirts. Same way there are Raymond, Peter England, Reed and Taylor, all of them are producing shirts, right? CR Arms. So जब आप similar products produce करने वाले firms को साथ में लाते हो, we call that as an industry. Soap producing firms. So there are hundreds of types of soap in the market. So Lux is a one firm producing soap, right? Dove is one firm producing soap. When we add all the firms producing soap, we call that as an industry of soap, right? So एक firm का जो selling commodity sell करने के बाद जो उनको पैसा मिलता है, we call that money as revenue. कमोडिटी प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए जो पैसा लगता है दैट इज कॉस्ट. कमोडिटी सेल करने के बाद जो पैसा मिलता है दैट इज रेवेन्यू. देखिए किस तरह से terms are changing. It is ultimately money which we are using. First, we are using money as an input in the firm to produce for factors of production, to buy factors of production, right? That will be termed as cost. You get an output, ये output को आप market में sell करोगे, and what you get in return will be termed as revenue. Now see, for an example, if a firm produces 100 units of commodity per day, we are producing 100 shirts per day, right? And sell it at rupees 20 per unit. ये 100 shirts जो हमने बनाया है उसको हम 20 per units में sell कर रहे हैं. Its total revenue is 2000 per day. 100 shirts we produced, एक शर्ट 20 रुपीज़ में सेल कर रहे हैं, तो हमारा टोटल रेवेन्यू कितना है? 100 into 20, right? That is 2000 rupees per day is our revenue. So that is the meaning of revenue, right? Now further see, revenue can be classified into three different categories. One is total revenue, the other one is average revenue, and the third one is marginal revenue. Okay, so using these different concepts, these concepts we'll be studying in detail. Obviously we can draw a curve of total revenue, जैसे हमने टोटल कॉस्ट, मार्जिनल कॉस्ट, एवरेज कॉस्ट का कर्व ड्रॉ किया था, उसी तरह से वी कैन ऑल्सो ड्रॉ कर्व फॉर टोटल रेवेन्यू, एवरेज रेवेन्यू एंड marginal revenue, right? Now, in this particular situation where we are dealing with revenue, right, we will get different curves for different market situations. Now, what do we mean by different market situations? So, here broadly, we all know there are various types of market situations, right? Perfect competition, monopoly, oligopoly, duopoly, oligopolistic competition, and so on. So, basically, broadly, these markets are divided into two parts. One is perfect market, and the other one is imperfect market. One is perfect market, right? The other one is imperfect market. Under perfect market, you have two subtypes, that is perfect competition and pure competition. Perfect competition is a broader concept, pure competition is a narrower concept. Other hand, in imperfect competition, we have various types, right? Starts with monopoly, oligopoly, monopolistic competition, duopoly, and so on. So, basically, two extreme situations will be perfect competition and monopoly. मोनोपोली और परफेक्ट कंपटीशन ये दो एक्सट्रीम सिचुएशंस हैं. जैसे हमने कहा था, दे आर नॉर्थ पोल एंड साउथ पोल सिचुएशंस, राइट? इन रियलिटी विल नेवर एग्जिस्ट ऑन नॉर्थ पोल और साउथ पोल. द रियलिटी विल ऑलवेज बी बिटवीन मोनोपोली and perfect competition. So here, when we study about revenue, we have to study about revenue in perfect competition and revenue in monopolistic competition. Why? Because the basic reason is a monopoly firm is price maker and a perfect competition firm is price taker. मतलब क्या हो रहा है? Perfect competition में market में जो भी price existing है depending on demand curve and supply curve. Yes, intersection of demand and supply will give us equilibrium price in perfect competition. So all the firms, there are many firms in the market and many sellers in the market. Firms or sellers do not decide price. They just take price. जो भी market में price है वही price पे they work. And in perfect competition, every product is sold at same price. जैसे कि यहाँ हमने कुछ टाइम पहले एग्जाम्पल देखा, हम शर्ट्स को 20 रुपीज़ में बेच रहे थे. So this is a typical example of perfect competition, right? हमारे पास 100 shirts हैं, we will sell each and every shirt as 20 rupees because it is a perfect competition scenario and every firm is price taker and not price maker, right? So यहाँ पे what is happening? Price is same, so revenue is different, right? यहाँ पे revenue situation will be different than that of monopoly market situation. Monopoly mein what is happening is only one firm producing one unique commodity, right? Market mein no one is producing that particular commodity. So what happens here is monopoly mein firm, any firm who is producing this unique commodity is price maker. They are making price. They are not taking market price, right? They make their own price. So they may or may not also, they may sell each and every commodity at different price, right? जैसे perfect competition में they were selling every commodity at 20 rupees. In monopoly they may sell one commodity at 20, the second commodity at 18, or maybe the third commodity at 25, depending on their market position and the uniqueness of their commodity, right? So the revenue concepts or the revenue curves, right? That is total revenue, average revenue, and marginal revenue. Revenue curves for monopoly will be different than revenue curves for perfect competition. So here when we study about TR, AR, and MR in monopoly and in perfect competition, दोनों के दोनों के भी curves are going to be in a different shape, right? So I hope you have understood why the curves are of different shape, because of the market situation of price. One firm is price taker, that is perfect competition firm, and the other firm is price maker, that is a monopoly firm. Due to this particular reason, we see different shapes of average revenue, total revenue, and marginal revenue in the revenue concept. चलिए we'll study सबसे पहले about total revenue. We have to study about total, average, and marginal revenue, and then study how it works in perfect competition and how it works in monopoly. So total revenue is the total sale proceeds obtained by a firm the sale of certain quantity of commodity at a given price, right? Thus total revenue to price per unit multiplied by quantity sold, that is total revenue equals to P into Q. What is happening here? आप जितनी मार्केट में कमोडिटी सेल करते हो वो कमोडिटी इनटू वो कमोडिटी का प्राइस कितना है, ये जब आप इनटू करेंगे, ये जब आप मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, यू विल गेट टोटल रेवेन्यू. आई सोल्ड 5 shirts at rupees 10, then our total revenue will be 5 shirts, that is quantity, into price of the commodity 10. Our total revenue will be 50 rupees, right? So total revenue is nothing but आपने जितना क्वांटिटी मार्केट में सेल किया है और उसका प्राइस, इन दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई करना है, यू विल गेट टोटल रेवेन्यू कर्व. So now total revenue curve will behave differently in monopoly and differently in perfect competition, that we will be studying ahead. Second one is देखिए average revenue. Average revenue is the price or revenue per unit of output, right? It is obtained by dividing the total revenue by number of units sold. What is average revenue? Average revenue होता है price और revenue per unit of output, right? Meaning on an average आपने ये commodity, आपने जो 100 shirts produce किए, right? On an average आपने वो 100 shirts कितने रुपीस में बेचे, that gives us average revenue, right? हमारी फॉर्म में हमने 1000 shirts बनाए, 2000 shirts बनाए. Yes, this number can go on and on increasing. Maybe some firm is that huge that they must be producing lakhs of shirts every day, right? So ये lakhs of shirts वो मार्केट में डिफरेंट प्राइस सेल कर रहे हैं. सो आज उन्होंने 1 लाख शर्ट्स बनाए, उनको वो मार्केट में ऑन एन एवरेज उनको कितना रेवेन्यू मिल रहा है आउट ऑफ दीज शर्ट्स, दैट इज एवरेज रेवेन्यू. हाउ विल यू कैलकुलेट एवरेज रेवेन्यू? एवरेज रेवेन्यू इक्वल्स टू टोटल रेवेन्यू बाय आउटपुट, राइट? पहले हमने क्या किया था, हमने टोटल रेवेन्यू ड्रॉ करने के लिए हमने क्वांटिटी इनटू प्राइस किया था. अभी हमको क्या करना है, टोटल रेवेन्यू इनटू आउटपुट, right? Same formula obviously we can write as P into Q by Q. P into Q will give you total revenue, right? इसको divide करना है आपको by output that we have produced. More into average revenue. In the absence of price discrimination, the seller sells the different unit of product at same price. Now, this concept of price discrimination is the function of, or is one of the features of monopoly, right? So what happens here is monopoly में price discrimination होता है, that is every unit is sold as at different price. Unit 1 will be sold at rupees 10, unit 2 will be sold at rupees 8, unit 3 will be sold at rupees 6, assuming, right? That is price discrimination. But in absence of price discrimination, that is an absence of monopoly, meaning when there is perfect competition in the market, right? परफेक्ट प्राइस डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं है मतलब मोनोपोली नहीं है, और मोनोपोली नहीं है मतलब व्हाट इज देयर इन द मार्केट, परफेक्ट कंपटीशन सिचुएशन देयर इज इन द मार्केट. So under perfect competition situation, seller sells different units of product at same price. परफेक्ट कंपटीशन में सेलर इज जस्ट अ प्राइस टेकर. मार्केट में जो भी प्राइस प्रिविलिंग है वो प्राइस को एक्सेप्ट करता है बिकॉज ही टेक्स द प्राइस, ही वर्क्स ऑन द सेम प्राइस. ही विल नॉट गो एंड फाइंड कीप हिज डिफरेंट प्राइस और नया प्राइस नहीं डिटरमाइन करेगा वो. वॉट एवर प्राइस देयर इज इन द मार्केट he will use or he will start working on the same price, right? And on top of that he sells all the units at that price, right? Suppose परफेक्ट कंपटीशन के लिए बेस्ट एग्जांपल विल बी ऑनियन एंड पोटैटो मार्केट, राइट? ये जो आप कांदा बटाटा मार्केट में खरीदते हो, दैट इज द बेस्ट एग्जांपल ऑफ परफेक्ट कंपटीशन मार्केट, राइट? तो सेम क्वालिटी का पोटैटो, सेम साइज का, राइट? आपको मार्केट में सब जगह उसका प्राइस वही मिलेगा, से 5 रुपीज 1 kg, right? So every kg that a seller sells will be of 5 kg. उससे ज़्यादा नहीं बेचेगा, ना ही उससे कम बेचेगा, right? That is the very important crucial feature of perfect competition. So that means average revenue for every unit will be same under perfect competition. And what happens on the monopoly? Average revenue for every unit will be changed, right? Average revenue from the seller's point of view is the price he receives per unit of a good or service that and from the buyer's point of view it is the price that he pays per unit. So हमने 10 शर्ट्स लेके हम मार्केट में चले गए. शर्ट 1 हमने 10 रुपये में बेचा, शर्ट 2 10 रुपये में बेचा. When I sell शर्ट 2, मुझे जो रेवेन्यू, मुझे जो रिटर्न मिला है, that is called as average revenue after selling शर्ट 2. After शर्ट 3 मैंने देखा कि अच्छा ऑन एन एवरेज कितना है, अगेन आई हैव सोल्ड अ शर्ट एट 10 रुपीज, so that will be my average revenue. Average revenue is nothing but total revenue divided by quantity. Total revenue we can rewrite it as P into Q, that is price into quantity divided by Q, right? So in short what we want to say here is total revenue, I'm sorry, average revenue is nothing but the price of the commodity that is being sold. Average revenue is what? Price of the commodity, right? Because when you sell an extra unit in the market, आपने 1 2 3 4 शर्ट्स बेचे, राइट? ये सब शर्ट्स में आपको रिटर्न में जो मिला कुछ ना कुछ, दैट इज योर रेवेन्यू. आप जब इन सब रेवेन्यू को ऐड करोगे आपको टोटल रेवेन्यू मिलेगा, राइट? बट ये जो नेक्स्ट कमोडिटी आपने मार्केट में सेल की, इसका जो प्राइस है दैट इज योर एवरेज रेवेन्यू. इसका जो रेवेन्यू है दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज योर एवरेज रेवेन्यू. In other words, average revenue can also be termed as price, right? Average revenue or price are both similar concepts. Now let's see marginal revenue. We all know marginal is one additional, one extra, right? Marginal revenue is the revenue earned by the firm by selling an additional unit of its output. Marginal revenue is the addition made to the total revenue by selling one more unit of a good. It is equal to total revenue of nth unit minus total revenue of the earlier unit. Now, what happens here is, look at this. So, n is 1 unit. N सोचिए 1 unit है. Just give some any rational number to n. Okay. What happens is, you want to find out marginal revenue of nth unit. How will you draw that? You will first take total revenue of nth unit minus total revenue of n minus 1, that is earlier unit. Total revenue of the same unit minus total revenue of the earlier unit will give you marginal revenue. Marginal revenue can also be expressed as the ratio of changes in the total revenue to the change in the output sold, right? So here we are also using the concepts of derivation. Yes, math में आप derivation करते हो, integration, derivation, which are opposites of each other. So here we are using that concept. We are saying marginal revenue is change in TR by change in Q. Q में जितना change होता है उसके वजह से जो total revenue में change होता है that is marginal revenue. राइट. सो क्यू में जितना चेंज होता है, दैट इज आउटपुट में जितना चेंज होता है, उसकी वजह से जितना ज़्यादा आउटपुट आप बेचते हो, ऑब्वियसली उसकी वजह से जो टोटल रेवेन्यू में चेंज होता है, दैट इज द मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू. यू सोल्ड वन एक्स्ट्रा यूनिट इन द मार्केट, उसकी वजह से आपका टोटल रेवेन्यू इंक्रीज्ड, राइट. दिस रेशियो विल बी कॉल्ड एज मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू. Now we will be studying revenue curves under perfect competition market. So perfect competition market, पहले हमको याद रखना है, there are many sellers and many buyers in the market, and all the sellers here are price takers. They are not making price, they are just taking existing price. Perfect competition is a market situation in which a large number of sellers sell the homogeneous product to the large number of buyers. What do we mean by homogeneous? Homogeneous means similar or same. Just the market of potatoes and onion. All the products are homogeneous, right? All the products are same or similar. There are a large number of buyers and sellers to that no one individual buyer or seller can influence the smooth functioning of the market. Here, what is happening? The price is being decided or determined by the demand and the supply curve, right? The intersection of demand and supply curve will give you equilibrium market price under perfect competition. ये प्राइस जो है इसको कोई इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं कर सकता, ना सेलर्स ना बायर्स, राइट. नो वन कैन इन्फ्लुएंस दिस प्राइस. दैट इज नोन एज, दिस सिचुएशन इज परफेक्ट कंपटीशन मार्केट. Either individual seller or buyer can change the price of the product. In this structure of the market, firms are the price taker and not price maker. Right? Firms are taking whatever price is there in the market. They are not making their own price. That is the main feature of perfect competition market. Okay, revenue curves under perfect competition. The perfectly competitive market, a firm or an industry sells its output at given price. What happens here? हमने हमारे पास 100 रुपीज़ थे, वो 100 रुपीज़ हमने यूज़ करके कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्ट फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन बाय किए. ये फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन ने एक आउटपुट बनाया. ये आउटपुट को हम वी विल नॉट डिसाइड प्राइस ऑफ दिस आउटपुट. यस, यूजुअली व्हाट हैपेंस, आपका जितना कॉस्ट है उसके ऊपर आप डिसाइड करते हो कि इसका आउटपुट का प्राइस कितना होना चाहिए. आपको 10 शर्ट बनाने के लिए 100 रुपये लगे, तो आप ऑन एन एवरेज कहोगे चलो एक शर्ट 10 रुपये में बेचते हैं. नो, दिस परफेक्ट कॉम्पिटिशन सिचुएशन व्हाट विल हैपन इज, मार्केट में जो प्रिवेलिंग प्राइस है दैट कैन बी 12, दैट कैन बी 8 और दैट कैन बी 5. यू टेक दैट प्राइस. You do not determine your own price. The price is determined by the market, that is the intersection of demand curve and the supply curve. Right? Now, let's look at this. What happens to total revenue under perfect competition? Total amount of money value received by the producer by selling various quantity of product in the market at constant price is known as total revenue in case of perfectly competitive market. Meaning, जो भी मार्केट में एग्जिस्टिंग और प्रिवीलिंग प्राइजेस है, उन प्राइजेस पे वी आर सेलिंग कमोडिटी 1, कमोडिटी 2, कमोडिटी 3, कमोडिटी, राइट, 4th यूनिट, 5th यूनिट, यू गो ऑन सेलिंग at the market price. You are not making your price, and this market price is constant. This is not changing in a short run, right? ऐसे फटाफट फटाफट प्राइस चेंज नहीं हो रहा है. It takes time to change. So we are saying that we started studying about revenue. We are assuming that prices are right now, whatever prices are there in the market are constant, and then only we are studying about perfect competition, right? So here, what is going to happen is you sell 1, 2, 3, 4 units in the market at prevailing price, और आपको ultimately जितना पैसा आप earn करोगे, that will be called as total revenue in perfect competition market. So total revenue is obtained by multiplying amount of output sold by the given price determined in the market by intersection of market demand and market supply, right? So price is constant. See, in this particular formula, what we have written P bar. This P bar means price is constant. Prices are not changing for every commodity that you are selling. अब जितनी भी commodities market में sell करोगे, all the commodities will be sold at same price. Okay. Total revenue increases at the same rate because every additional unit of a commodity is sold at same price. In this type of market, firms are price taker, not price maker. So here, everyone knows total revenue is increasing. Our question is, how is total revenue increasing? Is it increasing at constant rate? Is it increasing at diminishing rate? Or whether it is increasing at increasing rate? So the answer for this particular question is, in a perfect competition market, in a market situation which is perfectly competitive, the total revenue increases at constant rate. Yes, pick up any table, 8 ka table, 9 ka table, 10 ka table. What is happening? 10 ka table, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Every increase is by constant number, that is 10. 10 to 20 increase कितना है 10 का, 20 to 30 increase कितना है 10 का, 30 to 40 increase कितना है 10 का. So you are selling a commodity in the market at rupees 10. Commodity 1 10, commodity 2 10 में बेची, commodity 3 भी 10 में बेची. After selling 3 commodities हमको 30 rupees का total revenue मिला. But ये increase at what rate? The increase is at constant rate. Yes. Till the time you are selling your commodities and till the time price of the commodity is 10 rupees, your increase of total revenue will be constant. It is not going to increase or decrease. That is the main feature of total revenue curve under perfect competition, that it is increasing at constant rate. And whenever any entity or any variable is increasing at constant rate, the curve will be a straight upward sloping line, right? Agar increase is at diminishing rate, then what will happen? It will be a curvature line, a curvy line hoga. But when any entity is increasing at increasing constant rate, then the curve will be a straight upward sloping line. Look at here. So we have quantity, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are selling 8 units back to back. So price or average revenue is, price of the commodity is 20 rupees. And because price is 20, we have already said that price and average revenue are same, right? Hence price and average revenue is 20 rupees. So when you sell 20 rupees ka commodity in the market, what happens? When you sell 20 rupees ka commodity in the market, what happens? See, एक commodity sell करोगे 20 rupees, दूसरी commodity sell करो 40 rupees, तीसरी commodity sell करो 30 rupees. Your total revenue here is continuously increasing 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, 100. At what rate is it increasing? At 20. 20 to 40, 20 से increase हुआ, 40 to 60, 20 से increase हुआ. So this increase is at constant rate, and your marginal revenue, that is because of selling one extra unit in the market, you're also earning 20 rupees. Look at the diagram for the same. So here, this is the particular diagram for perfectly competitive market. Revenue is at y-axis and quantity at x-axis. So total revenue will start from 0. It will go on increasing. Because it is increasing at a constant rate, it is a straight upward sloping line. Right? This is your TR. What is happening to price, or what is happening to marginal revenue and average revenue? Marginal revenue and average revenue, if you see in the earlier table, both are 20. Your marginal revenue is also 20 and your average revenue is also 20. This gives us a straight line. Yes, this is a straight curve parallel to the x-axis, which is saying that your price, here they have shown price as 20, as 10, right? So this is a constant curve which is showing, a straight line curve which is showing, this is your marginal utility, this is the price of the commodity, and this is also average utility of the firm, right? So this is a typical example or typical diagram you will find in perfectly competitive market, where TR is increasing upward straight, and average revenue, marginal revenue, and price are same, one parallel line, one straight line parallel to the y axis. Now, relationship between TR, AR, and MR under perfectly competitive market. TR increases at the rate of AR or MR for all level of sales, because here in perfect competition, MR and AR are same. Marginal revenue and average revenue are same, right? So TR is increasing at what rate? At the rate of AR and MR. So AR and MR are equal and constant for all level of sale. Average revenue and marginal revenue are constant for all level of sale. You sell one commodity, your TR, your AR and MR will be same. You sell second, third, fourth, fifth, any number of commodity, your average revenue and marginal revenue will be same, not changing, because it is a perfectly competitive market. And the third relationship, very important relationship here, is your price is equal to AR and MR. आपका marginal revenue और average revenue जितना है, that is your price, that is the price of this commodity, right? Okay. Now we will study revenue concepts under imperfect market. Here we, under imperfect market, we are only going to study about monopoly, right? हम सिर्फ monopoly के बारे में यहाँ पे पढ़ने वाले. What happens under monopoly with revenue curves, that is total revenue, average revenue, and marginal revenue. Monopoly is the market structure with a single firm selling a unique good, right? So what is monopoly? Everyone knows the basic concept monopoly. There's only one seller in the market and many buyers in the market, and this seller is selling a unique commodity जो market में वो बेच रहा है, जो market में और कहीं भी available नहीं, right? Hence this particular person or this particular firm is a monopolist, and this firm decides how much the price will be for his own commodities, right? He is not price taker, he decides price, वो खुद price decide करता है. Monopoly is a price maker and has extensive market control, right? Facing a negatively sloped demand curve. If a monopoly wants to sell a larger quantity, then it must lower a price, and marginal revenue curve reflects the degree of market control held by the firm. So now any monopolist faces a downward sloping demand curve. Why? Because if he wants to, now what monopolist can do, either he can determine two things. One thing, either he can determine how much he wants to sell in the market, or he can determine price. Both the things he cannot determine. Either he will fix price of his commodity, or he will fix how much units he wants to sell. So if he fixes how many units he wants to sell in the market, market will determine the price. Or if he decides how price of his commodity, then market will decide how much units will be sold in the market, right? He alone cannot work in the market. Market में दोनों भी forces important है, demand and supply, right? So he will either determine the supply unit of number of unit he wants to supply, or price of his supply, right? Then market will decide उसकी commodity का demand कितना होगा, right? So he faces a downward sloping demand curve. That means if he wants to sell more in the market, अगर उसको commodity ज़्यादा sell करनी है अपने market में, then he has to reduce the price of his own commodity. Then only he can sell more units in the market, right? So यहाँ पे देखिए, last line is very interesting. It says marginal revenue curve reflects the degree of market control held by the firm. Marginal revenue is nothing but the extra unit का, एक extra unit what he is selling, which he is selling in the market, उसका price कितना है. If he goes on increasing price after every unit of sale, that shows he has greater control over market, right? उसका marginal revenue curve will show us उसका market के ऊपर control कितना है, that is उसके commodity का uniqueness कितना है, how important his commodity is, whether his commodity has distinct substitutes or no. For perfectly competitive market, the marginal revenue curve is horizontal और perfectly elastic line, right? हमने देखा in a perfect competitive market marginal curve was a horizontal curve or perfectly elastic. For a monopoly, oligopoly or monopolistic competition firm, the marginal revenue curve is negatively sloped and lies below the average demand curve. Now let us see average demand curve or average revenue curve. Now let us see how does this take place. So we have quantity, price, which can also be called as average revenue. We have total revenue, we have average revenue again, and finally here we have marginal revenue. So now as you look at this particular table, we are selling 8 units in the market, 1 to 8. When you sell first unit, that is unit number 1, हमने unit number 1 price देखी है, this is the price, हमने unit number 1 10 रुपए में बेचा, right? So because then your total revenue is 10, average revenue is 10 and marginal revenue is also 10. So सेकेंड यूनिट जब आप मार्केट में बेचे, आपने ये सेकेंड रेवेन्यू यूनिट मार्केट में 9 रुपए में बेचा, राइट? Because you're monopoly and if you want to sell more you have to reduce your price. So here what monopolist, ये फर्म का जो ओनर है वो क्या कर रहा है, he is going on reducing the price रिड्यूस करने के वजह से what will happen is उसका ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा यूनिट सेल होगा मार्केट. सो सेकेंड यूनिट उसने 2 रुपए में बेचा, fine. What happened here? Total revenue will be 10 plus 9 should be 19. 10 plus 9, 19. What happens to the average revenue? Average revenue is 9, right? And marginal revenue is also 9. ये जो extra unit उसने बेचा है उसका price will be marginal revenue. So he went on selling commodity with reduced price, right? उसका addition करके उसको ये मिला total revenue. See what is happening to his average revenue. Average revenue is increasing along with price. जितना प्राइस फॉल हो रहा है उतना ही एवरेज रेवेन्यू भी फॉल हो रहा है, बिकॉज प्राइस इक्वल्स टू एवरेज रेवेन्यू, ये दोनों सेम है. हेंस जितना प्राइस रिड्यूस होगा, जितना जिस तरह से प्राइस लाइन होगा उसी तरह से एवरेज रेवेन्यू लाइन भी उसी तरह से बिहेव करेगा. व्हाट इज हैपनिंग टू मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू? The marginal revenue is falling but at a higher or a faster speed than average revenue, and marginal revenue is also going in negative. The average revenue will never go in negative, right? If average revenue goes in negative means what? मतलब क्या है? Market में you are selling your commodity for free. अगर प्राइस जीरो हो गया तो मार्केट में यू आर सेलिंग योर कमोडिटी फॉर फ्री, और अगर एवरेज रेवेन्यू माइनस में गया मतलब आप क्या कर रहे हो, आप कमोडिटी भी दे रहे हो उसके साथ में पैसे भी दे रहे हो कंज्यूमर को, राइट? सो एवरेज रेवेन्यू दैट इज प्राइस विल नेवर गो इन नेगेटिव, बट योर मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू इज जीरो एंड उसके बाद ये नेगेटिव में भी जा रहा है. लेट्स लुक एट द डायग्राम फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर. योर हमने राइट नाउ वी हैव जस्ट ड्रॉन एवरेज रेवेन्यू एंड मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू, राइट? यहाँ पे सिर्फ दो ही चीजें ड्रॉ की हमने, एवरेज रेवेन्यू एंड मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू. एवरेज रेवेन्यू लाइज above marginal revenue and marginal revenue lies below average revenue. Marginal revenue can go in negative and average revenue will never go in negative. So average revenue curve is the downward sloping industry demand curve and its corresponding marginal revenue curve lies below it, right? The marginal revenue is lower than the average revenue, right? Average revenue hamesha, that is price will always be more than the marginal revenue. So both the curves are basically downward sloping curve. Let us look at the relationship. Okay, let us look at the relationship between average revenue and marginal revenue. So when average revenue and marginal revenue curves are falling down in a straight line, yes, both of them are falling down in a straight line. MR curve will cut middle of any perpendicular drawn from AR curve to the y-axis, right? Meaning what? See, this is your average revenue curve, right? The average revenue curve, this can also be called as price. यस, एवरेज रेवेन्यू इक्वल्स टू प्राइस। तो ये प्राइस लाइन भी कहो, इसको डिमांड कर्व भी कहो, या इसको एवरेज रेवेन्यू कर्व भी कहो, ये तीनों भी सेम होंगे। सो PAR इज योर प्राइस लाइन, इज योर डिमांड कर्व, और योर एक्चुअल एवरेज रेवेन्यू कर्व, राइट? This is your PMR. This is your marginal revenue curve. It is below average revenue. So, अभी from X, अभी देखिए यहाँ पे Y axis से I want to draw perpendicular on AR curve. मैंने ये perpendicular draw किया है AC, right? हमने ये perpendicular draw किया है AC. Now, the law says that when you draw perpendicular on average revenue from y axis, ये जो MR curve है ना, that is your marginal revenue curve, will cut that perpendicular right at the center, meaning your AB will equal to BC. Again I will say the same thing. Whenever you draw a perpendicular from y axis, this is your y axis, y axis से perpendicular जब भी आप draw करोगे on AR curve, that is your average revenue curve, this marginal revenue curve irrespectively will cut this particular line, this perpendicular, exactly at the center, right? So ये AR ने इसको यहाँ पे at point B cut किया है perpendicular को. So B से ये B जो है ना, ये perpendicular का exact center है. So AB will equal to B, right? And what will happen to the total revenue in all this? Total revenue का क्या होगा? Total revenue is diminishing, is increasing at diminishing rate. जैसे धीरे धीरे आप कमोडिटी सेल कर रहे हो, योर रेवेन्यू, योर टोटल रेवेन्यू इज इंक्रीजिंग, बट उसका इंक्रीज का रेट क्या है? इट इज डिमिनिशिंग. हेंस टोटल रेवेन्यू विल बी अ कर्वी लाइन. जैसे आप मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी कर्व ड्रॉ करते हैं, उसी तरह का टोटल रेवेन्यू कर्व भी बनेगा. So look at the relationship between AR and MR curve. So we are just trying to prove here that AB equals to BC. What are we doing? We are just trying to prove here that AB equals to BC. How will we prove that? So look at this. The rectangular ACMO, that is ACMO, this rectangular is the total revenue of output, right? At CM price, this is the total revenue, right? And PDMO also represents total revenue in terms of aggregate marginal revenue curve, that is PDMO, right? This is also your total revenue. Okay? So simple चीज है. If you see PAB and if you see CBD, आपको इन एक प्राइस में at one constant price आपको रेवेन्यू तो सेम ही मिलने वाला है. रेवेन्यू इज नॉट गोइंग टू इंक्रीज. So either you say your revenue is ACMB or you say your revenue is PDMO. It is same. Meaning DCB, this area, is equal to TDA, this area. Right? These two areas are equal to each other. Right? So यहाँ पे देखिए किस तरह से हमने लिखा है ABDMO. Let's find ABDMO. This area plus BCD, this area, is equal to ABDMO, this area, plus PAB, this area. In other words, what are we saying? This triangle, this DCB equals to PAB. So we say PAB equals to BCD, right? We know why they are equal, because your revenue cannot be different at one price level, right? So either take this triangle or take this triangle, your revenue is same. Hence this area and this area are same, right? So these two triangles are nothing but vertically opposite angles, right? They are right angle triangles and they are vertically opposite. Especially ये जो line है, that is PBA and CBD, ये जो एंगल है इट इज राइट एंगल एंड एग्जैक्टली वर्टिकली अपोजिट, इसलिए व्हाट वी आर सेइंग इज दिस लाइन ए बी इक्वल्स टू बी सी। रीजन क्या है? वन, दीज टू ट्रायंगल्स आर सेम, राइट, एंड ऊपर से दीज आर राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल्स, कैन यू सी हियर, दिस इज राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल, ड्यू टू विच रीजन दिस बी, जो बी से सी बी डी एंड पी बी डी, ये जो है दे आर वर्टिकली अपोजिट एंगल्स which makes AB line equals to BC line, right? So ultimately हमने यहाँ पे क्या प्रूव किया है? जब भी कभी आप MR कर्व पे फ्रॉम y एक्सिस, जब भी कभी आप MR कर्व पे फ्रॉम y एक्सिस परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ करोगे, दिस परपेंडिकुलर विल बी ऑफ, ये परपेंडिकुलर MR कर्व को एग्जैक्टली सेंटर में कट करेगा, राइट? तो MR कर्व जो है वो इस परपेंडिकुलर को एग्जैक्टली सेंटर में कट कर रहा है, दैट इज AC लाइन को एग्जैक्टली पॉइंट B पे कट कर रहा है। सो हियर दिस गिव्स अस AB equals to BC. That is the relationship between AR curve and MR. Now we need to find out about the elasticity of demand. Yes. So see, the true relationship between the AR curve and its corresponding MR curve under monopoly or imperfect competition depends upon the elasticity of AR curve, right? So elasticity of AR curve, whether this is perfectly elastic or basically at different points, इस AR curve का elasticity कितना है, right? Elasticity is more or elasticity is less, or elasticity is zero, or elasticity is unitarily elastic. This will show us the exact relationship between or exact revenue concept, कि revenue कितना होगा, more या less. We know that the elasticity of demand at point C on AR curve is equal to the ratio of lower segment to upper segment, meaning ये DF जो लाइन है, ये लाइन पे there is one dot, there is one point C. We want to find out elasticity of this point C. You all know elasticity, point elasticity का formula अगर use करेंगे, so that gives us lower segment, that is CF, divided by upper segment, that is CD, right? So this equation will give us, or this formula will give us elasticity of point C. Now, in the triangle ABC and MFC, yes, we have equal angles. So look at this, A, B, C and C, M, F. They have equal angles simply because these are perpendiculars. So they are equal angles. Because of that reason, BAC and CMF, that is A and M, these are equal. At the same time, C and F are also equal. Because of that reason, this D and C are also equal, right? So, meaning what देखिए, CF by CD, that is CF by CD, lower segment by upper segment, this is equal to CM, this by DA. This is because these all angles are correspondingly equal to each other, we say that CF by CD is equal to CM by DA, right? Now, so in the triangle ABD, let's find out the triangle ABD. ABD, ये triangle में देखिए क्या हो रहा है, and triangle CBE. These two triangles, which we have already in the earlier example assumed or concluded that they are right angle triangles. Yes, these two triangles are right angle triangles with the same measures, right? So, what is happening here? ABD and CBE are vertically opposite angles, right? ABD and CBE. This B are vertically opposite angles here and here. Same way, DAB and BCE. So DAB and BCE. BCE are being right angles. So these are vertical opposite triangles. B and A or C, ये क्या है? Right angles, right? Same way, ADB, ADB and CEB, same. This D and this E are alternate angles. So see, triangle ABD and CBE are equal in all respects. Basically, what are we saying is these two triangles are equal in all respects, right? Hence, we say DA equals to CE. So, DA equals to CE. These two, ये triangle की ये जो दो areas है, ये जो दो lines है, are equal to each other. Because of that, we conclude that, see, it is obvious that CF by CD, CF by CD equals to CM by DA. Yes, CM by DA, ये हमने पहले लिखा है. This also equals to CM by CE. Right? This also equals to CM by CE. We write again, CM by CE equals to CM by CM minus EM. Right? We are just using here the equation or the formulas for point elasticities. It can be seen from the image that at the output OM, yes, at the output OM, CM is the average revenue and EM is the marginal revenue. ये OM जो point है, yes, इतना output जब आप sell करोगे, that time CM, that is this line, will be your average revenue and out of which EM will be your marginal revenue, right? So elasticity of demand at point C, we are finding out elasticity of demand at point C. It is average revenue divided by average revenue minus marginal revenue, which we have already done. So see this one. If A is AR and M is MR, yes, this is AR and this is MR. So we are finding out the elasticity. Elasticity equals to A, that is average revenue, divided by A, that is again average revenue, minus M, that is marginal revenue, right? So we find out the elasticity. देखिए यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है. We are finding out elasticity. We all know elasticity is E by E minus 1. Right, this is the basic elasticity, right? So A equals to M and elasticity, that is E by E minus 1. Yes, so the general rule is that any output average revenue will be marginal revenue into E by E minus 1. So at point R, the elasticity will be equals to 1, that is unitarily elastic. Below this line, the elasticity will be lesser than 1, and above this line, the elasticity will be more than 1. Right? So at point R, when I'm selling OM commodity in the market, we draw a perpendicular above on ST, that is your average revenue curve. At this particular point, that is R, the elasticity of demand is 1. Below this point, that is on RT, the elasticity of demand will be lesser than 1, and above this point, that is RS, the elasticity of demand will be more than uh, yes, will be more than 1. Where E is point elasticity of demand on average revenue curve. See, when elasticity of demand on the average revenue curve is greater than unity, the marginal revenue is always positive, right? So, agar greater than unity is your elasticity is greater, then marginal revenue will be positive. And exactly opposite, if the marginal revenue is positive, then demand is elastic, right? And When marginal revenue is zero, then demand is unitary elastic. And when marginal revenue is negative, then demand is inelastic. Right? Again, see, when marginal revenue is positive, demand will be elastic. When marginal revenue is zero, then demand will be inelastic. Then demand will be unit elastic, I'm sorry. And when marginal revenue is negative, the demand will be inelastic. Right? So, this is about revenue. What questions can be asked? You have to know the basic concepts of revenue, that is total revenue, average revenue, and marginal revenue. You need to understand the difference between two markets that we have studied, that is perfectly competitive market and imperfect market. Perfectly competitive market, that is how does the revenue curves behave under perfect competition, and how does the revenue curves behave under monopoly situation, right? Under monopoly situation, you also have to use the have to show the relationship between AR, average revenue, and marginal revenue. You need to study in this particular chapter average revenue curves under perfect competition and revenue curves under monopoly. किस तरह से they behave. You need to understand the perfect difference between monopoly and perfect competition. Perfect competition हमेशा कहना है it is price taker, and monopoly हमेशा कहना है it is price maker. Because perfect competition is price taker, the MR and AR and price curve are same. एक ही line is AR, MR and price. But because monopoly is price maker, they sell different commodities at different units. They have different marginal utility curve and they have different marginal revenue curve and different average revenue. So next is tomorrow we have two lectures about objectives of firm and profit and break even point, right? There'll be a small break in between. We'll start at 11:30 tomorrow for objectives of firm. Thank you very much.